Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Fabio Palvelli. Every week on this channel I share a little bit of my life on video, as well as tips and tricks on how to be a better designer, a better visualizer, a better person. So if this is your first time here, please do consider subscribing. Since starting this channel a couple of years ago, the idea was for me to get the conversation going and have the possibility to create a space where people could talk about our profession, which is architectural visualization. Actually, I forgot to mention, but a couple of days ago, it was the second birthday of this channel. So I'm very proud. I managed to put out almost, I think, 300 videos on different topics, all related to what it's like to be a 3D visualization artist, specifically in the field of architectural visualization. Anyway, during my time of sharing these videos with you guys, a lot of people, a lot of professionals and artists decided to help me out by contributing to the content of these videos. Today we have Case 3D as guests. This is not the first time that they appear on this channel. Danilo and Eboja, two super fun guys to hang out with. They tried their hand at recording a little video for me, answering a couple of questions related to what it takes to run your own Archviz agency. I thought this might be some cool sort of a way, to break the routine and not always have me on the screen, but, inviting other people, get them to talk and get them to share their own experience. I know that when I make these introductions, I go on for hours and hours, just like blah blah, but that's enough. Enjoy this video, and I guess in 2 weeks I'll see you in Vienna. The D2 conference is fully sold out. It's going to be so much people, oh my god, I cannot wait! There will be a lot of alcohol, a lot of food, so many people that I'm going to meet again, oh my god! This is me when I'm happy. Enjoy the video.
To be honest, first of all and foremost, you have to embrace an entrepreneurial mindset. If you started out as a creative working for someone else or as a freelancer, once you start your creative agency, you have to realize that you're doing is no longer a job only. It's running a business, it's a lifestyle with a lot of perks and sacrifices, actually. The vast majority of new businesses are started by the people who are passionately in love with what they're doing. Like us, they are artists and creators. In the same time, while passion and technical competence are extremely important, they are of primary value in the getting traction and growth of one business. After a certain amount of time, size, momentum, more passion, and more professional skills are not the primary drivers of growth and sustainable business success anymore. Artistic success requires refinement of creative and artistic talent. Operational competence requires professional and technical skills. Business success requires mastery of business skills and tools. As business grows, the additional skills are required to evaluate and size new opportunities, create enterprise value, sustain momentum is almost related to every business. For example, managing cash flow, hiring a talent, reading financial statements, creating a culture, refining the target markets, leveraging other people, delegating tasks, allocating the resources. For me, most important, measuring outcomes. The mastery of the critical skills, strategies and tools are must for any business growth. Just for example, and it's very easy and very simple. So if you want a gold medal in the basketball, mastering a tennis smash will be of a little bit benefit, for you. So the critical distinction is understanding of which gold medal you are trying to win. Running a business is like you have 3 hats on your head. One is for the artist, one is for the operator, one is like a owner at the end. So think of each role as a different hat you must wear depending on what is business needs. So when you add each hat to your wardrobe, it allows you to think about your business in a different ways at different times. Hat while in creation mode, or wearing artistic hat while trying to assess the risks results in misguided and expensive mistakes. We learned a lot and that was a great school for us. So having a hat for each roles equips you to think about your business as a whole new way of activities that must be performed to have a success business.
from my personal perspective, for longest period that I've been into this business, there has been a feeling of animosity towards the clients, which, to be honest, I'm really not a big fan of. And the only reason that I even mention this is that for as long as we have been existing, we have been trying to actually deal with this in a constructive manner. We have been really trying to get a deep understanding of what are the client's needs and why do they even approach us. Our conclusions on this subject have been basically two things. One of these things was basically trying to understand the needs of our clients and our place in the process that we are included in. I really need to point out that we are basically inside a process of architectural design. And in these 10 years or so, architectural visualization and marketing has really become an integral part of decision making within this design process. As long as we, our company, are aware of the value that we are providing towards this process, we cannot look at the clients as someone that we need to have a struggle with, but actually look at their needs from a different perspective and understand what value are we providing to them. And not even to them, but to their end clients. And this is also an important thing that I would like to point out. Our direct client is not the final user in this process. The final user is either, if we are dealing with real estate, the end buyer, for instance, of the apartment. If we are dealing with architectural design, it's a group of people that are making the final decisions. So this is the thing that I really need to underline, that we need to think about the end users of our products and our services. And this is where I think the crucial part of adding additional value comes. The other aspect of dealing with clients, long-term relationships. It's not in our interest to actually do one-off sales to our clients, but to actually provide long-term service, to provide consultancy, and to actually be a part of any given process as long as we can. Try to be constantly present during the project, be proactive in terms of gathering information, in terms of understanding if there is any other way that we can help the process be either more efficient or have more value at the end, or even educate the clients during the process in terms of looking at ourselves as experts in this field and understanding marketing maybe better than in some fields than our clients. We definitely see the opportunity in education and basically giving some form of consultancy. If we see an opportunity that we can maybe give more value by providing online solution than offering, 20 visuals, we will be more than glad to suggest this to our clients and basically give them the opportunity to understand why this has more value. The client relationship, from our point of view, does not end when the project ends. You really need to be present continually. You need to actually communicate long-term with the client, gather information about their business. How is their business developing? Is there an opportunity that you as a company can help them maybe in some other fields? What is the dynamics of their business and so on? And especially regarding the particular projects, I really do believe that we need to be present even after the project ends, in terms of inquiring how did it go. For instance, if there is a competition, how did the competition go? What we can maybe do better next time that we do business with this particular client. So basically, both of these values and principles that we work around help us to form long-term partnerships with deep understanding of the processes that the clients go through, their needs, and actually benefits and values that we can provide to their business. This is the key part in actually forming and keeping these long-term relationships that we are focused on. The thing that I mentioned, that you really need to hear your clients out regarding their needs, I really do believe that this does make a difference, and it adds on to the other aspect of keeping relevant to the industry, and this is the exploration part. It's something that we also have been having a heavy focus on for the last 2 years in terms of the trends and trying to get a hold of all of these new and exciting technologies that have been presenting themselves in software areas and in hardware areas as well. And you really need to have this visionary mindset. You really need to think and try to see 2 or 3 steps ahead, not from your technical perspective, but from client's perspective. What is the tool that they would have the most use for? And to just give a simple example, the introduction of VR technologies was just one of these opportunities where we actually saw that this could be the next step in communicating architecture in many forms. From one point of view, communicating the vision of your future apartment from a real estate perspective, and from the architecture design perspective, there was no, and there currently is no other tool that can give such a good sense of volume, depth, and scale as virtual reality. So as soon as it appeared and we got a hold of it and understood these values, we instantly basically tried to see the opportunities where we could implement it inside our process and basically provide these values to our clients. The other aspect of keeping relevance in the industry is self-development. I think that you really need to be flexible as a system and as a production in terms of being able to cope with different demands of the clients, different client types, and really try not to get in the form of routines. Most of the people here really do have an attitude of constantly wanting to develop and grow, and this is something that does give an edge to keeping relevance in the industry, because as long as you develop as a company and your products develop, I think this brings an additional value, keeps you fresh in the eyes of your current and your future clients, and basically it does give a sense of growth and individual and systematic growth by constantly developing your skills and your product, which directly translates to your products and their end quality. This is also something that gives a deep impact on the relevance and basically the quality of the services you provide. And the third thing that I would just like to point out as well is that I really do believe that the relevance also develops by providing back and giving back to the community. And this is something that we have been doing in the past few years. We have been releasing a lot of free materials, a lot of know-how that we gathered concerning these new technologies. For instance, we have been pioneering basically this commercial use of virtual reality as a technology in architectural visualization and marketing. And I really do believe we have invested a lot of time and energy into communicating experiences that we have with it so far, trouble points, potentials, and this I really see as also a really big and important thing in keeping the relevance. These talks that we started with Fabio is something that is currently lacking in architectural visualization marketing industry, and I really do want to other people to share their experiences, to give their feedback, to give their know-how, because I really stand behind this notion that we are not aware of the importance of our services and products inside this chain of marketing and sales and basically architectural development. I really do believe that we have an integral part in all of these processes, and it's something that I do not believe that we are currently, as an industry, really aware of.
One good lessons we will learn during the road is that I don't need to do more smart things. I just need to do a fewer dumb things, you know. I need to avoid making emotional decisions and swinging at bad pitches. So from the business side, this is very, very important. Smart people usually do dumb things, you know that. Let me ask you, how much money would you have right now if I gave you availability to just unwind and any three bad financial decisions you have ever made? Try to put it on the paper and think about this number seriously, really, and you will see how much money we can lose if we are not actually think about it. So the bulk of my problems are results of more and more, not only starvation, you know. Had I been more thoughtful, I would have made a far fewer bad choices, and as a result, my wealth and wealth of the company will be many multiplies of what is today. We all need to think more. Here it is on the bumper sticker for you. All my problems started out as a good idea. All those good ideas were started like emotion at that time. Not only that, my current financial condition represents my very best thinking time. So probably yours does too.